Today I'm going to demonstrate how to assemble the plus-size adjustable ankle bench from DD Machinery. The tools you will need are one Phillips head screwdriver, one 7/16 wrench or adjustable wrench or ratchet with 7/16 socket, and one hammer. We're going to start off by attaching our vertical support bracket. Grab your 3 1-inch screws and your Phillips head screwdriver. First, you'll want to flip up the hinge. Then, line up the 3 holes in the bracket with the 3 holes in the hinge. Next, you'll want to start inserting your screws. Once you've got all your screws started by hand, go ahead and tighten them up using your screwdriver. Now we're ready to start with the right leg assembly. You'll notice the markings on this piece are R for right rear and RF for right front. You'll want to match up the initials on the leg assembly to the initials on the main chest rest. RR, so this is right rear, and RF for right front. You'll want to align the studs and slide it on. First, you'll want to insert a washer over the stud. Then, a nut. Take your 7/16 wrench and slightly tighten the nuts on each end of the bench. Repeat these steps for the left leg assembly. Now it's time to add the front cross brace. For this, you'll need 2 lag bolts and 2 washers. You'll want to line up the holes with the holes on the front of the bench. There's 2 ways to do this. You can either attach it now with the bench upside down if you have some help to flip it back over. Or if you're alone like me, you'll want to flip the bench over first and then put it on. Next, you're going to want to put the washers on each of your leg bolts. Then you can get them started by hand. Now, we're ready to tighten with our 7/16 wrench, alternating between the left and right sides. Now it's important not to tighten these all the way just yet. You're going to want them close, but with enough room that you can still spin the washers. At this point in assembly, you may notice a little bit of a wobble to your bench. I'm going to show you how to fix that. You'll want to make sure that your bench is on a very level surface to do this. Lift and prop it up and determine where the wobble is coming from. It looks like the wobble in this bench is coming from this front leg and this back leg. So what we're going to do to fix that is make sure that the bolts on both of these legs are slightly snug. And then we'll take our hammer and alternating between each leg, we're going to give a couple of light taps. Now that we've gotten all the wobble out, we can proceed to the next step. The next step is going to be adding our horizontal support bracket. You're going to need this, 2 1/4-inch carriage bolts, 2 washers, and 2 nuts. Top side up, push this out of the way, slide the bracket right into place. Now you can start by hand with your carriage bolts. Now to help the carriage bolt go in, you can give it a few taps with your hammer. On the inside, you'll add 1 washer and 1 nut to secure the carriage bolt. Tighten with your 7/16 wrench and then repeat on the other side. Next, it's time to add our armrests. Grab your armrest labeled for the right side and locate the 4 holes on the right side of your bench. You're going to match those up with the 4 holes in your armrest using 4 of your number 6 by 2 1/4-inch wood screws. First, take one in the top corner and use that to locate the first hole on the right side of your bench. Once you found the hole, start tightening it by hand. Then, we can move diagonally to the next hole. Insert your screw and tighten by hand. Then, you can add your other 2 screws, tighten by hand, and then proceed with your screwdriver. And then repeat on the other side. Now we can add our angle blocks. These are optional, and I'll show you what they do. Without the angle block, when you put your leg rest on, the legs will sit parallel to one another. If you decide to add your angle block, this way the legs are spread apart. You'll secure these on, first with your washer, and then you can screw on your nut by hand, and then tighten with your 7/16 wrench. And then repeat on the other side. Now it's time to add our larger angled eye bolts. These go on the inside of the leg rest, and you'll see the hole ready for them. They do screw in at an angle, and you'll want to get it started by hand. If you start to encounter too much resistance doing it by hand, you can easily cheat it by using a screwdriver to help you twist it in. You'll want to leave about a ½ inch of thread still out of the wood and have your eyelet pointed up. Now repeat these steps on the other side. Now we can add our smaller eyelets to the front of the bench. And you'll want to make sure that these ones are screwed in all the way with no threads showing. And you'll want the eyelet to be sitting in this direction. Then repeat on the other side.